Guys, as always, this podcast is sponsored by Carrot Competitions. You might be thinking, oh, this is a different ad read. Yeah, it is. We're doing personalised one every video now, so I can tell you what beautiful competitions they have coming up, like the ones I'm looking at right in front of me. So this podcast should be out on the 2nd of February, that I should be gracing your ears. I can see right now in front of me that on February 4th, Carrot Competitions are offering their £1,000 high roller competition. What's the high roller competition? Well, it's for £1,000. Max entries, 199 tickets, £9 a ticket. Sorry, $8.99 a ticket. Save that penny. 199 tickets, guys. Just think, that's 1 in 199 chances of you winning that competition, all for £9. That's on February 4th, so check out carrotcompetitions.co.uk for that one. They've also got February 6th here, 15k crazy cash. We love a bit of crazy. And that one's basically just all different prizes. I think the main prize is £1,000. Only 50p a ticket for that one. So check out that one, guys. As I say, there's loads of different things you can win on that one. £1,000 being the main prize. February 9th, they've got a competition for the Old Inn for Two, which includes breakfast and spa. Only £1.99 per ticket. Lads, if you're thinking something to get your missus something for Valentine's Day, you don't have something in, take a gamble, right? Take a gamble, $1.99 per ticket. What's the max entries? It's not going to tell me. Hold on, I can tell you right now. It is only $299. Think of your chances. 1 in 300 chance per ticket, right, for winning an Old Inn for Two stay with breakfast and spa treatment, and she'll love you. You know what I mean? You might get a wee bit of something that night. They've also got the free giveaway, £500 cash prize. Again, doesn't even cost anything. It's free. That's the beauty of it. And then February 8th, they've got the £10,000 cash spot. Only 99p a ticket, guys. Why even listen to me anymore? Go on the Carrot Competitions, enter the fucking competitions, and then come back to the podcast and enjoy the wonderful guest that we'll have lined up today, who is none other than Dave Elliott, by the way. Spoiler alert. It would have been in the caption and the description and all anyway. But you get the fucking picture. Check out carrotcompetitions.co.uk for all your prize. And they don't even, it's not just cash, they do money. I know I've just said they don't just only do cash, and then I've proceeded to say money. Okay, we've made that, put a line under that one. They definitely do money. They also do cars, watches, holidays. You name it, they probably do a competition for it within reason. Alright, check them out on their website, carrotcompetitions.co.uk, and also check out their Instagram, Carrot Competitions. They do some good videos, and you can stay up to date with all the competitions they have coming. So I can't stress this. I think it's above my head right now. Check out carrotcompetitions.co.uk and enjoy the episode. Love yous. We'll start with that, Pilates. Yeah. First of all, welcome back, episode 33, Kitchen Talk. We're joined today with the host of the Sly Guy podcast, BAFTA winning actor.
I mean, I can't technically say I'm a BAFTA. I can say I'm part of the team. I'm an actor in a BAFTA winning show. I can say that.
Well, when you see a team win the Premier League, often you do see the assistant managers, the kit room staff. You know, everyone's involved. So really, you are.
I think, and I mean, like, I look back to, I remember when Arsenal won the league in '98, a long time ago when I was a kid. There was this whole thing about bringing Martin Keown on at the end because he had to make a certain amount of appearances to qualify to get a medal. And I think because I was in 2 episodes of the 6, I think that's kind of percentage wise enough to qualify for a medal.
2 out of 6, like, you know, what is that? 33%.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I deserve them. Yeah. So I'm fucking I'm a BAFTA.
Yeah. Fuck it.
BAFTA winning actor. Go for it.
I was thinking, what are the Irish ones called? Are they just IFTAs?
Yes.
Is that actually their name?
There's Irish Film and Television Awards. Yeah.
IFTAs. You think they'd be a wee bit more creative of it?
The IFTAs and the BAFTAs and there's so many awards. There's like, then there's ones that you're like the Celtic Media Awards as well. You get, and so there's some of them you go like, there was, I can't remember which ones were the RTSNI ones, maybe which is like the RTS Awards, but the Northern Irish ones are right. So the Royal Television Society, big deal. But because it's NI, like, and there's not a load of comedy, for example, being made. There was like last year, there was a short was nominated, and like I think Fun Boys and Chancers.
Fun Boys, that was the one. The fellas, they did the video about gammon, didn't they?
I don't know, but they did like it. It's definitely a an alternative comedy.
Yeah, I think
it's
I've seen
more-
it there, but they're like kind of like nerds and they all play World of Warcraft or something.
Yes, like
Yeah, I've
country
seen it.
dorks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was what was nominated. So they didn't even have enough to put in for a full category. Sadly, so there should be about 6 of them. There's 3 last year. So
That
but-
is depressing.
do you know what? If you win it, great. But
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's the worst. Like because I got nominated for a radio show I did with BBC, and what they were like, well done, you got a silver award. I'm like, well, that's one off. That's just the best loser, isn't it? Like anything I'm ever nominated for, I'm always the runner up. I'm like, just got to pull the bootstraps up and keep on going, you know.
It is a bit similar to, I don't know if you know many amateur boxers, but you ever see the way boxing, it's like there's not one organisation like the way UFC would be.
Yeah.
You can be like the WNBA fucking heavyweight champion of the world, but
Yeah.
that just means like West Belfast or something.
Yes, like the interim as well.
Yeah, and they've got they make belts for everything, and it's like I don't know what an actual good belt is.
Yeah. Like that's when you get the world champion. If there's not enough limbs to put all the belts on, you're like, well, what's that one for? You know, I just bought that one on Temu, like it's just because you like the strap. But yeah, it's just, I think, but then like that's the good thing because obviously you want to say you're at boxing, you can be like, well, I'm a world champion,
Yeah.
you know? And even if it's for like the shittest, you can be like, still world champ, like. You know?
What one are you champion of?
Yeah, I'd be like, well, the WBC, I'm the other world champion.
the UTH,
Yeah.
the FTPC.
TUV heavyweight champion of the world. Was that true? Yes, it is. Not the fuck out of Jim Alistair. It's all good.
That's a good idea. Just have them all box.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think there needs to be something done there. Fucking, I mean, it's hacky to say, but useless bastard.
There was a Reddit post about the best and worst comedians in Northern Ireland. Talk about being raised about coming runner up. Didn't even get a mention, to be honest.
Here, listen, don't even start. I don't like to read, right?
Uh-huh.
Those comments because I don't think the people that do them are out to make you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're going out
Who,
of their
Redditors?
way.
Really?
I don't think they're good. But then for some reason, friends are like, here, someone's being mean to you. Do you want to see it? I'm like, no. Screenshot it, send it in. Like other comedians, like, oh, look what they said about you. And I think someone was like, yeah, Dave Elliott's the worst by far. I was like, all right. And then you're like, and then that was fair enough because again, if people don't like you, you're not going to appeal to everybody. So fair play. But then he goes like something like, he's just a fat bastard that's up his own arse and thinks that. So I'm like, that is the opposite of me. Now the thing that made me feel better, they went on to name the comedians that he did like, and I'm like, well, that makes a lot.
That makes sense.
That's fair enough. I'll take that. But to think of sun shines out of Mars, like I'd say I would like to think I'm humble enough, like, but fuck me.
You did come in here and say, could you introduce me as a BAFTA winning actor?
Yeah. But yes, with the worst, I just was like, all right, and then that's the thing about it. If you don't read the comments, because when people say nice things about you, you just go, oh, cheers. But then when it's fucking one sly dig, you're like, I don't know why it winds you up, but it does. You know, you can get in your tits like.
The nice ones I get are like, I got one last night and it literally was just like, no surrender, mate. That's all the guy said. And I thought, cheers. I was like, I couldn't agree more, but like, is that how we're going around complimenting people now?
Yeah, but listen, you just, and we're just so friggin' set in our ways here, judging everybody.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like 90% of the comments were people just listing like who they think is good and who they think shite.
Yeah.
And then 10% are the real comedians. They were sitting going, well, the real comedians are them dinosaurs up the hill.
Yeah, the classics. but obviously with that, then when that happened, I had to look at the guy. I'm assuming it's a guy that made the comment, and the majority, all their comments on are people's in-ring wrestling ability. I'm like, well, that's okay. That's all right. I preferred the technical work of things. Like, all right, mate. I preferred being married. You know what I mean? I preferred going out with somebody rather than that. But you know what? It was just an unnecessary thing. And sometimes, and you have to just go, right, okay. And then it happened that I got sent it whenever I was going over. I was over in London the weekend there, and I had a gig that I was like in a club that I'd been dying to get on at. And I was like, fuck, maybe.
Where was it?
Top secret.
Oh, class.
Maybe I was like, maybe I'm shite. Maybe I'm the worst by far. And I was like, right, let's. So I was feeling a bit of pressure.
Yep.
Before I went out, and I was like, fuck, this could be. And I really like, fuck it. Now I'd gone over to watch Arsenal Man United first, so I was already in fucking stinking form. And I actually said to my dad, he was over with me, I was like, see if this gig goes badly, I'll walk in front of a double-decker bus in the middle of Leicester Square because it's not worth it anymore for me. But it was great. Like, it was
the gig was great.
Gig went really well. you know, it was hard going to get on in terms of that, you know, which is a good thing. They're not just like, yeah, we'll have you. So I had to kind of, you know, Thomas Green shout out, give me a recommendation to them, and then like they were happy to have me, and thank God it went well.
Well, that's good. Did you feel like going back and messaging the guy on Reddit?
Yeah, but you know what it did? I just thought a bit of me also thinks, you know what? Because let's be honest, there's people I don't like.
Yeah.
People we all don't like. But I've never felt compelled enough to go, my opinion is important here. I have to say it, you know. So I just was like, you know what? I'll let the guy go, because I don't like the I don't like to comment on it. I don't like to get in on it, because then you could end up being fucking stuck in it, and then it's not good for your head, like, you know.
They do say that. There was a time whenever there was a clip of me that went viral for making fun of people going to the gym on holiday, and all the comments were like, but it was the thing I found very strange about it was like, people think that you're actually talking like sense. People were like, oh, why would I listen to advice from you? Like, I'm not giving you advice.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing that gets to me the most nowadays is we're comedians.
Yeah,
we're going to be joke. It's a joke, like. Yeah, you know, when I say stuff like I go up there and I fucking hate having kids. I don't. I love having kids, but it's not funny to say that. You know, and I think some people take what comedians say too literally and too fucking. And it's like, guys, go elsewhere for if you want your serious content, because we are joking at the end of the day.
Jesters.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
And like, what's I giving off now? Like, people would leave kids off to my kid's school. Like it does annoy me, but not as much as I pretend it does.
People leaving their kids off at the kids' school.
Other people leaving their kids to school on the school run. Like, for example, if I let them out of the car space and they don't go, all right, cheer. I want them to die. Like, and I have a whole bit about fucking being raging about it. And it's like, it does annoy me, it does irk me. Yeah. But it doesn't make me, you know, want to stab my own throat. Like.
Well, road rage kind of does, in a sense. Like, I'll give you an example. Earlier, just today, I was coming down the Hollywood Road, and there was a woman, she just braked, very last minute. I had to slam the brakes on a wee bit, and she was letting the car, like other side of the road from us, come in to park along the curb. And I was like, I sort of must have made a face, was like, fuck me, really? But I didn't, you know, wasn't gesticulating or anything like that. And in the mirror, after she was pulling off, I saw her go like that in the mirror and like, watch where you're driving. Yeah. And I thought, who the fuck do you think you are? So then I went to go past her and I put the window down to scream obscenities at her. Yeah. And she just kept giving me that out the window, and I thought, you've won this one. Yeah. And at that moment, I felt like just fucking, you know, crashing in there.
Yeah, I know it does get like that. I can, but then it's that thing that goes out of nothing. So you have to almost go the opposite. And you know, I find what is the best. See if somebody loses their head to me. Remember, there was one time I pulled up. I was in the wrong. Put my hands up. Was like, listen, I fucking should have done that. And the window was down. This guy was alongside me. He's like, sorry about that, mate. And he kept going. I was like,
what more do you want?
I've just said sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? I was like, you know, fuck me. I made a, you know, and some people just don't let it go. Like.
No, and there must be something about when you get into the car and you just, it's like getting on an airplane. Do you ever see the videos of like, it's usually Americans, but they just freak out on airplanes and they're kicking off and stuff?
Yeah, saw that guy in a Burger King hat. That was sweet.
He was in the right, to be honest. He was not in the like in his what he said, but like
I was like, here, well said, sir. Glad someone's got the balls to say it.
But you know when you see someone with a Burger King hat on an airplane now, you know. Yeah. I think that's why they don't hand them out anymore in airports. Yeah.
The king. There was only one king. There's no point in having any pretenders after that. But there's a point, right? So people be like, I can't believe that. We're just kidding, having fun, jesting. You know, I had to bite my tongue there to be like bloody women drivers, because I don't really mean that. You know what I mean? But no, just because the facts are what they are, I'm not saying that should be the case. But then I remember like there was something like, what was it that was said or done? Yeah, it was a bit on a podcast that Andrew Ryan made a joke about my wife being a MILF. And I was like, do you know what a MILF is? And he goes, yeah, I want to fuck your wife. And now, Catherine and Andrew are friends. Yeah. They know each other. She was at his wedding. We're all friends. That was a friend joking about a friend. There was another female comedian who wrote this whole big thing underneath it about how it was encouraging misogyny and all. I'm like, it was a joke, because initially the bit was Shane doing a classic Shane Mayad, making the first out of order comment that people jump on, and then he's just Mr. Angel. So he had said something like, Andrew was like, we got gone on a holiday with a Swedish tour guide, and Shane went something like, oh, why was it? And then Andrew went, no, she was old. And I was like, hold on, what, you can't have a good looking old woman, Andrew? What are you saying? And I was like, have you ever heard of MILFs? And that's how it kind of spiraled. And then it was like, yes, this is encouraging. I'm like, it isn't. It's just friends joke.
If you can't call one of your mates' wives a MILF these days, or their mother, as a matter of fact,
exactly.
What? It's the woke gone mad.
The world is gone mad, and you know what? I'd be more offended if you gone, she's a stinker.
Well, that's obviously the question. Like, whenever people say it, like, would you rather your mum or your wife be stinking? Well,
I'd rather my mum be stinking, yeah,
than
my wife.
My mum's a beautiful angel, though. I wouldn't want anyone calling her stinking.
No, but I would rather, because again, if people like, I don't get it when people are would say, "Oh, you're punching." I'm like, good. Like.
Probably the worst thing that someone can say to you, though, at the same time. You're punching. Well, but you see when I get home.
But then, yeah, he's like, when I take us out. But whenever I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Go out to someone more stinking than me? That's not. I don't know if there's a woman out there that looks worse than I do. Well,
would you rather people say you're punching or your girlfriend's punching?
Yeah, I think I'd rather me be punching.
Yeah,
because then you go at least. But then if they're like, oh fuck, she's punching, you're like, God love her.
God love her. I was in a subway with like a girl I was friends with at the time, and 3 lads walked past. It was like in Liverpool, like when I was going to uni there. 3 lads walked past back from a night out or whatever, and they said, "Oh, he's punching." And it was just a friend I was with, and I thought, well, that's pretty annoying because I'm not even punching. Yeah. This is just someone I'm mates with.
Yeah. Just in terms of friends, like you shouldn't even be seen in public with good-looking people, let alone going out with them. But no, so sometimes there's just sometimes people just make you sad for no reason. You're like, oh. All right, well, I'm just trying to have a wee sandwich with my mate.
Well, on the Reddit comments, I think and
was there any more? I only saw the one that was screenshotted about me, and then didn't get into it.
No, there were some pretty harsh things said about Shane. Okay. So there was.
But then I'm sure he's absolutely heartbroken.
Yeah.
He's heartbroken about it. I'm sure. Imagine because he's doing so badly for himself that he needs to.
He's devastated.
Yeah. Oh God,
he's got Twitch streamers calling him out. Fuck's sake! But I was thinking, like, what if not even like a fake account that replied to the trolls, just a fake account to just be like, actually, I think Dave's a good guy.
Yeah.
Just to see what if it gets the ball rolling, a few more come out from the woodworks.
Yeah, I don't know, because obviously there are people out there that try to stir things up, and I just don't think the trolls of the world give in positive back. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes maybe what they need is just a wee arm around and be like, "You alright, man?"
We hug, just be like, "Yeah, is everything okay?"
Are you so annoyed that you think that does that like the good question is, does that make if I was on Reddit, I'd write underneath, "Does that make you feel good, mate? Does that make you feel nice? Hurting my feelings? Does that make you feel better?" I'd be like, "No, brother. A rising tide lifts all ships." And I remember once it happened on Twitter, but I ended up getting into a big thing with somebody. It might have been the same fella because it was a similar kind of thing, but it was whenever now. I don't want to split an audience here because I am a man of mixed faith. I'm a man from a mixed marriage. I'm a mudblood guy, and I see pros and cons on either side. But it tends to be from the loyalist community that the majority of hate does come.
Really?
I get a lot of with the flags up, and I'm like, guys, come on. I'm more on your team than the other, to be fair. But I mean, getting hate like that, and it's like sometimes that's what I find in some areas. Like if you go to some people don't take themselves. You can't be the butt of a joke in some communities. They're like, no, can't have it. But I don't know. This guy was like, he just wrote something about me being like, "Oh, you are Shane's wee mate," and I'm like, "We're not even mates, so pretend." Fucking hell. He's like, you're just his journeyman, mate. And I just went, "Nice one, cheers, bro. What do you mean by that?" And then by the end of it, he just I was going back asking him questions like that's cool, but what's your point? And then in the end, he's like, "Oh, it doesn't even fucking matter." And then that was the end of it. And I was like, all right, I think I won that one, but there's a temptation because obviously you want to engage and you could deal with it, could, and you could have a better crack with it, but then. Other people might be like, "Well, comment and everything," and then all day is just fucking.
Well, that's the
back
thing.
and forwards.
I think it's a very here specific thing as well. That if you react to anything, the one way to get you done is just you're raging. Yeah. And if someone says you're raging and you say no, I'm not raging. Yeah. Then you're even more raging.
Yeah, and then you can just go back.
It's just an infinite loop of raging.
Look at how raging you're getting.
Exactly. And I sort of felt that way. And it's trying to find the balance, I think, with reacting to them, but not coming across too raging. Like whenever I had the comments about me, I just kept calling. There was a guy who was like a bald guy who travels by himself, and I was like, it makes sense because you've got no mates.
Yeah.
and then that got a rise out of him. He just kept calling me a fat cunt. And I thought this is exactly what I want now.
Yes.
So in that sense, trolling maybe is good, but trolling in defence.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of, if you're in the back foot doing a bit of trolling back, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't go full frontal.
No, defensive trolling's okay.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you haven't started it. But that's the
Yeah.
problem with trolling. Like, I could be sitting having my dinner. And then,
Yeah.
bing, your mate's like, oh, look at this, haha, lol. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you're my friend. Don't, look, this is what they said about you. I'm like, fuck.
Well, you've been doing stand-up for a lot of years, and like,
Yeah.
if you notice now, because you would have seen a shift from, more offline sort of trolling to online. Like, do you notice it? Like, back whenever like Reddit wasn't a thing, and like people
Yeah.
weren't commenting as much. Like, would you have still got it as much in the,
Not
in the
really.
newspapers or something?
Yeah, people would just write into the fucking love columns at the back, instead of Dave Elliott a cunt. But no, it was Twitter for a while. Like, it was the spot, and now it's kind of a bit dead in that front. But no, it's very rarely open and at it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a lot on your stuff, because people that want to be following you will be on your stuff.
Mhm.
It's on Reddit, where if you have to look for it, where it's a safe place to do it, because the majority of people won't see it unless your mate decides to screenshot it and send it to you. But I just think generally, like, Reddit is a place where you can go into like wormholes, and
It is mental, the subreddits on it. Like, I've realised only recently that Reddit isn't blocked on my work's computers.
Oh wow.
And so I just go on and like see the amount of subreddits for different things you can go on, like, and I think because you can be completely anonymous on Reddit,
Yeah.
I think that's where it's sort of like, and I think, what are the type of people using Reddit? Because I only use it really for two things: porn and
Porn and Reddit.
Oh,
wow.
Dave, of course.
This is a whole new world
very
altogether.
good.
Maybe I should get on Reddit after all.
Porn and like, if you need help with something really specific, usually Reddit has a guy answering it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And again, those are the kind of guys that don't have.
But if they're the two people that you're trusting on, like,
Yeah.
people who are addicted to porn and people who have answers to things, that's not a great cesspit of
or people who are critiquing professional wrestlers on their in-ring ability. Like, I don't think
what's
there's
what's the out of ring ability?
I think there's nothing worse, right, than when you're a wrestling fan and you're like going, I mean, his mic skills are impressive, but his actual athletic ability. And you're like, yeah, I mean, I don't think you could even walk up the stairs, let alone comment on someone's athletic ability, really, I think there's something sad about that, because obviously, like, wrestling is such a specific thing, which you have to be, obviously, impressive as a specimen to be doing it, but I think all the people have got, like, see when Raw was in Belfast
The other night?
Yeah, I bet you Reddit was quiet that night. You're like, where's all the Redditors here? Oh, they're all in the SSE.
It's like the opposite of whenever, like, the Republican conferences in America and the grinder all goes up.
Yes.
You get WWE here, Reddit goes down.
Reddit is down. Nobody's at the keyboard. There's it's dead.
Nobody's complaining about NI comedians.
What was 10 out of 10 though? There was a guy.
Did you go?
Don't even start me on that. I was supposed to go, but then didn't. Shane mugged me a bit. But there was a guy I went to uni with who I didn't know, right? I just, when you see people and you just recognise him, because he had a bit of a big coupon on him. I was like, oh, guy, you can recognise him. But then over the years, he would occasionally pop up in people you might know on Facebook. And then there was a picture of him with Charlotte Flair. I was like, oh, I'll go and have a look at this. Big wrestling guy, like, all into, like, mostly just the women, right?
Yeah. So
there was on Raw, I think it was maybe Liv Morgan was walking out, and I noticed early doors he was at the like entrance, and he was obviously taking photos of people come by. When Liv Morgan comes along, she's walking along, and you can see him filming her, and you just see the camera go. I was like, you dirty bastard! He absolutely
on Netflix and everything.
On Netflix, so it's probably still there. You can see it, but it was the way, and I was like, you are you, sir.
You're still big into the wrestling, aren't you?
I would watch WrestleMania, but I wouldn't watch it every week or at all. I would read if there's a really interesting story. I'd read it, but I've been watching Unreal on Netflix, and it's a bit.
See, it just broke my heart whenever I found out it wasn't real. It really just affected me so deeply that I had to just say I can't anymore. Yeah,
it is, because like I do remember early days of wrestling. Like I remember really crying one night when Yokozuna beat the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
He beat him in a casket match, and everybody came out and cheated. They all all the baddies came out and beat the fuck out of the Undertaker, and then they all put him in a coffin, and then Yokozuna sat in the coffin, and like there was a big thing on the screen where it came up, like it looked like he was dead, and he was like, I will be away for some time. He must have an injury or something, and he's like, rest in peace. I cried my eyes out. I thought he was really dead.
Did it ruin your 21st birthday party?
It absolutely wrecked it. Like I didn't even want to fucking touch the blue wickets after that. I was like, fuck that, I'm going to bed. I'm way on Reddit here. Fuck off, everybody. But I'd be like, yeah, Yokozuna might have won, but he's shiting the mic, all right?
His in-ring ability.
His in-ring ability is far superior to his microphone skills.
Is that a common phrase, in-ring ability? I've never...
But like, that's another thing now, because everybody critiques, everyone has so much of an insight into everything.
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion.
Well, it's the same with the comedy here.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those Reddit comments as well were talking about... they were saying, like, oh, their jokes are stale. It's like, when was the last time you went to a gig?
Yeah. But then, you know what? There's only so much people can talk about, you know, and I think that's a thing that is annoying, is that there's maybe too much
of everything.
Like, people are like, we have to put clips up every day, and then if you're going to gigs, like, you know, if you're working on a bit, like I'm trying to put a new show together here, and there's bits I've been doing, I'm like, well, I can't put that out for a clip because it's going to go in the show, or I don't like to do crowd work because to me it's just a bit boring. Crowd work, you know.
I'm sort of in two minds about it, because I do enjoy doing it, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure. Like, if you were to rely on it, I find I was MCing No Joke the other week, and I was like, I'm not going to do any bits. I'm just going to try to do crowd work because I don't really do it that often. I just want to try it out. And then I found, like, because I could say anything, and it could be like, anything could come out of my mouth, good or bad, and I don't know what it's going to be like, which I don't really like the uncertainty of it.
Well, I thought you were going home with that girl in the wheelchair that night. I was No Joke, man. You and her had chemistry.
Yeah, we did.
You know, I was like, these two are going for it, and she's a pretty girl.
She was a great look. Like, and I don't want to say despite the wheelchair, because the wheelchair to me doesn't. I don't see wheelchairs. I don't see colour. Don't see wheelchairs.
Well, if you went out together, you would need to, because you'd be just bumping into things otherwise. But
she's a wheelchair basketball champion. He wouldn't need me.
But she was like, you and her. Like, you know, when sometimes you see, you're like, oh, there's a wee bit of camera.
Wee bit of spark.
There was flirt there. Yeah. There was definitely flirt, and I was all there for it. She was a good audience member.
She was a great audience member. I was concerned because
she won a crisps.
Yeah, they had fucking about 6 packets of crisps, and I think, did you bring them with you? And that's how I found out Ulster Sports Club do a selection of crisps, which I didn't know before. But as soon as I saw her, I was like, right, I need to figure out a way to get onto the wheelchair without bringing it up. And I was like, what do you do for work? And she goes, I coach wheelchair basketball. Yeah. That's great. That's all I needed to know.
And did you not say to her, what was the story?
No, that was Adam. That was Adam Byrne, which is the one thing you don't ask someone.
I know, like... Oh dear.
But no, that's so it's the uncertainty of it. But even the other night, I was no joking. I was MCing No Joke again the other night, and there was a guy in the audience who just looked Jewish, and I had to just make, like, he looked like Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, you know, that level of Jew, and I just had to tell him, stand up, turn around, show the audience what you look like, and they agreed. Yeah, you know. But then again, that could take a turn.
Yeah, but then I don't think. But I think the problem is now people take words at face value and not the intent all the time. Yeah, like, clearly, if you were like, you look like a fucking stinking Jewish bastard, people might be like, whoa.
What did it say?
Yeah. But if you're like, you have a wee bit, and then people are like, so, but you can just overanalyze it. So what are you trying to say? What is that makes me Jewish? Is it my nose?
Yeah.
Have you not heard on the 81st anniversary of the Holocaust being
the Holocaust slip your mind there?
Did that what happened? Did it? I know. I was like, I couldn't think of the fucking word. Not the because yesterday was the 81st.
Oh, was it actually?
Yeah, the 81st fucking anniversary of the liberation is sort
of the camps
of Auschwitz.
Ah, yeah, right, okay.
And it was like, like, you should be allowed to joke about stuff if it's from a good place. You know what I mean?
Well, famously, Auschwitz was not a good place.
I mean, I was there last year and it was smashing.
Really?
Visit? No, it wasn't. It was sad. It was very sad. But yeah, sometimes people just like need to lighten up a bit, and like, and then if you do a bit on stage, it doesn't mean that's your full opinion in life. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, well, sometimes it is though.
But like sometimes you go to say something, you're like, I don't know if that, like, you almost edit yourself in your head. You're like, is that a problem if I say that? Shit.
Yeah, especially if you're on stage as well, when you're like, it kind of has to be right there and then. Do you know what I mean?
But then I think that is where the problem arises, is that people are now, like, sometimes you go to open mic gigs and it's just like you're fighting to find a space to put a tripod because people are just looking, and they're just putting everything. And some of them are really shit. Like, I don't think you're gonna get, like, if you did a video on open mic doing crowd work and it was maybe the best bit of crowd work in the world, even if it's not filmed properly, it'll not.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, Luke had sent me over a few clips. Shout out Luke McGibbon, or it might have been Daniel, either one. Shout out both of them. But they sent me them over and I was like, yeah, it's good, but it's not fucking like the girl in the wheelchair. I was like, that would be good, but you can't fucking hear me half the time. Yeah, you know. And
I think that all does matter, like, in terms of but I think, like, there's a problem too if you have one really. Say you're brand new and you have an absolute stormer of a crowd work bit, and you've no set, and people come to see you, they'll be like, "Wow, shit." You know what I mean? So, but there's people that would rather get the views than actually have a funny bit. And I think that's where the problem is. Like, if you're a newer comedian, record all your sets so you can watch them back and go like maybe there's
for review,
exactly,
rather than just putting it straight up onto Instagram or whatever.
Because I did my show last year and got the edit back there and was watching it, and as I was watching a bit, which I've done through an entire tour, I was like, I'd say this, and I'm like, oh, I didn't, and I'm like, that would have been a fucking great bit, but I missed it because I just hadn't watched it back enough, and
right.
And then, but now you're like, right, but then there's that other thing, you can't just be too precious about everything, just stick it out. But I think that the clips every day, like it's that every day feeding it over and over. You're like, guys, nobody needs to see me that much, you know. But there is the pressure because like you have to feed the algorithm if you want to be successful.
Well, that's true as well. You have to, and you can't like when you take a bit of a break from posting things and stuff. You know, it does sort of you can see it when you do post something as well.
But then like people have like there's nobody here that's got super successful from being brilliant at stand up. You know what I mean? There's no one you're like they are brilliant. It's the package. You know what I mean? It's everything together. The self promotion, the social media, the constant posting. Yeah. It's almost a job in and of itself. Like it's no one like very few people are just like there. Even I saw Tim put a clip McGarry up today from Lavery's. So there's probably him who is established, has been selling out for years, and also selling well on his tours. He's been like feeling the need to put stuff up as well because he's got a tour, and it's just like. And
in fairness to Tim, most of his audience don't actually have phones that you can play videos on.
Exactly, most of them are on a 3210 playing Snake in the home. But you know, he obviously is saying, "Oh fuck, you need to do that and have to put the clip up as well." But you know, it is just part and parcel of it. And I'd be honest, like I would love to just never have to do it. If someone said to me, "I guarantee you'll sell tickets to shows," I would be like, "Well, sweet, I'm never being on that again."
Do you know what I've noticed about every stand-up comedian? They love to moan.
Yeah,
they love
to moan. Moany bastards. Yeah.
See when you hear ones in like really big ones in America, and they're like, "I was on the road there, it was brutal. Yeah, it was shit. I hated it." Shut up.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually going out and doing it, I love that.
Yeah,
like when I was over in London, going through the tube and all, going to the gig, I was buzzing.
I thought you meant actually going on stage.
Yeah, I was just fucking having a great time. But then like it's the other shit I don't like. It's the not stand up stuff. You know, it's the stuff that isn't stand up. You have to do. You know, because then I'm like, fuck, I don't want to. Like, there's my face. Come and buy tickets. It's like you're almost. I sometimes like it's a bit like desperate.
You feel
please
a wee
come
bit.
see me a bit, please.
You feel a wee bit like those guys you see outside, like in American films, like the outside, like the car wash with a big arrow spinning it around. Come in here, get tickets to this.
I know, please. But yeah, but it's at the same time I'm going off. Well, it's my job, like, you know what I mean.
You can get obsessed with it too, though. It's probably better to be on the end where you don't like it, where you can be obsessed with like looking at the views, looking at the ticket sales and everything, because that would eat you up as well.
But that was what I found at the last tour that I did that I really enjoyed. I went with a different promoter, and he was great. Like I shout out to David Hull, like it was brilliant.
David Hull.
Oh, David Hull.
David Hull.
But no, he was like it was brilliant, and I actually loved the whole thing, everything about it. And because David's been doing it for like 40 years, and he was like, you know what, the best thing you can do is have a good show. He was so, you know, the best thing you can do, you go to somewhere like Cushion Dun, and you put on a good show, and they remember it. If you come back to Cushion Dun, they'll come again. Yeah. Whereas if you've 250,000 followers or whatever, and they come and see you in Cushion Dun, your shite, they'll be like, well, I'm not bothering ours. So
they're going straight on the Reddit.
Exactly. He's like, fuck that. Back the all Cushion Dun hit me, but that was good. So now, like, I'm going right. The most important thing is making sure the actual stuff's good.
The stuff, you know? Yeah.
And then there are times though where that can be a pain in the arse because you're like, maybe I've written all I'm ever going to write here. I can't think of anything at all.
That is, you never really hear people have that fear, but like it is obviously like I've thought about it, even like I've been, you know, I'm like, am I actually, has everything I've written up till now been alright, and then I just won't write anything good ever again?
But then even when you're in it, so on a more positive spin, when you're in it you think it's shite, but then like I watched an old hour of mine that I did in like 2019 or something, and I was like, oh fuck, I actually took 2 of the bits to do in London because I'd forgotten about them entirely. I'm like, they're fucking good, I'll do that. And it was just actually seeing it, and then if you are like, I'd be overly critical of myself, I look back and go, fuck, I wish I hadn't done those bits, could have done them now, morphed them into, you know what I mean, you're like, I want to waste. So that sort of thing. And then there's that where you could really drive yourself mental, is if you overanalyze everything, and then if you're like, oh, if somebody else thought about this, like Brooklyn Beckham, I guarantee there'd be nearly like 9 out of 10 comedians that were up that week would have something
Yeah.
to say about Brooklyn Beckham, and then you're like, "Fuck, am I hack?" Is this? But people might just have seen
My man was straight on to me. She goes, "Are you going to use that in your script?" My man never knows what to call them. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're called jokes actually, or bits.
Yeah,
It's
in your wee
pretty-
script. Yeah.
She goes, "You're going to put that in your script?" And I was like, "About what?" And she goes, "Brooklyn Beckham." I goes, "What the fuck would I say about Brooklyn Beckham?"
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, I don't know the guy."
Yeah. No, I tried a wee off the cuff one. Just it was something like Brooklyn Beckham, and David Beckham was obviously raising that. Everyone's giving off about Posh Spice. Like whenever Beckham saw what his son put on Instagram, I bet he wished he had a posh wank. You know, so that was literally it. That was all I could think of. And
I think for some things like that specifically, you probably are better doing like videos and stuff because
Yeah.
it's viral at the time. Like that's like you say, feed the algorithm.
Yeah.
What a horrible phrase that is.
yeah, I know. And then someone said, I can't remember who it was, like, you know, the algorithm is just a computer. It's like, wow, it's not a dude called like algorithm, you know, it's just a fucking thing, and it's just whatever they pick, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I suppose. So then there are people that you see, and like there are people who you're friends with, and you go and you feel sad for them when they're putting stuff up all the time and it's not getting views. You're like, oh.
Yeah,
Why
fuck
do
you,
that?
Kieran Franco.
Yeah. But you're like, why have you filmed that on an old? Why have you filmed that on a roll-up camera? Like, what do you? It's better off not doing it, you know. But then, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, you know, I have a wash to put on. And all.
Yeah.
I got fucking dinner to make. I can be arsed, you know. And then you watch your video back and go, I was a waste of my bastard
Are
time.
you the dinner maker in your house? I say that in such a misogynistic way,
Yeah.
but I always I like to know.
Yeah, no,
What-
I am obsessed with being the housekeeper. Like,
What is your like go to? Like if I was to come around to your house, Dave, and you were to cook me dinner,
if you were to come around as a guest, you'd
Yeah.
probably get something like pasta related but fancy.
would you tailor it to me, or would it just be like this is my speciality,
Nah, I
you will
mean,
like it?
I do like I like to do like we had visitors around last Friday and I did a 4-tier lasagna.
Oh,
So I really went into that, which was fun to do. But then the thing is, my wife's a vegetarian and my
Yeah.
kids are picky. So anytime I'm making the dinner, it's always like the guts of a meal and then slightly. Now the wee one, all she really wants to eat is pesto pasta. So if we're having pasta, she'll have pesto pasta. Then you have to see like what'll Holly have. She probably doesn't like a lot of the cheese on it.
Mhm.
So if we're doing a pasta bake, we'll do I'll dish out her some of the pasta
Yeah.
before it's baked. Then I'll have to split it into 2 wee pots. Catherine with the fake chicken, me with the real chicken. You know, so it's kind of.
Well, the 4-tier lasagna, you could do each person's sort of preference on each tier of the
See, that would have
lasagna.
been a great move to do.
You know,
Didn't
just be
even
like
think of that.
everyone's getting a bit of something here on the bottom, fake chicken.
But
Next up,
The thing
pesto
about
pasta.
that I a few times have thought that fake vegetarian food has gotten to the point that it's so good that I might just, if I'm not arse, just give her a
Just-
mince.
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's
Oh,
vegetarian.
I thought you meant you go on it.
Nah, fuck that. No, I'll be like, she goes, that does really taste like meat. I'm like, it does, yeah, I'll say nothing. This chicken's really chicken texture, yeah, it's chicken. You know,
Have
but
you tried any of it?
I've tried, I don't like the chicken pieces, the fake chicken I can't do. Now the
Yeah.
mince, the corn mince, I do
Haven't
have no
had it
problem.
now. I've had the sausage rolls.
Yeah.
They're good.
Are they?
The sausage rolls are great. The corn sausage rolls. KFC, right? Me and my mate had a bet to see who could go vegetarian the longest.
Mm-hmm.
I won at a week. We were going to try to do it for a month. He lost after like 2 days or something. But I wanted to try KFC. We're doing like a vegan burger, and I don't mess me with like bean shit and all.
Yeah.
I want fake meat,
Yes.
and it's actually not that bad.
Apparently they're printed meat now, you hear that?
3D printed meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
Which sounds wild. Like, is it meat or is it not? And they're like, well, they could be.
Well, they're also talking about growing it in a lab.
Yeah. No.
How can you print meat?
I don't know. You don't want to see me print my meat, do you? Aye, it's fucking something.
Do you want to
Imagine-
feed the algorithm?
Yeah, like butchers are just going to be dudes with big printers. Like, it's going to be fucking weird.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. I've seen that. I will tonight when I go home look up a YouTube video and be like,
How
someone
how's meat printed?
Yeah. You print your meat, but it's like,
You get two very different results if you search that
Yeah.
on Reddit and you search it on YouTube.
yeah. But I just again, I think if you're, you know, whatever is easiest and better for the environment, it's all good. But at the same time, nothing beats real meat.
I worked out my carbon footprint the other day, or like carbon emissions from WWF, not the wrestlers.
Yeah, but was your ring ability up to any good? Dizzy, fuck's sake, come on.
And they said something like 31 tons, and they were like, "You need to knock it in the head." And I was like, "Well, how the fuck? I'm not farting it out. Do you know what I mean?"
Yeah, and then how do they know?
Well, they give it's like a questionnaire.
All right, okay.
So it is like you fill out like a survey, and it's like how many meals do you have with meat in it? And I was like, well, one technically a day, but like maybe have bacon now and again.
Yeah, but then you know what, people argue that there's like an argument for both sides of that, because there's other people that are like, yeah, but then we're eating like all the freaking vegetarian stuff, but then they like erase so much of the rainforest to grow avocados.
Yeah.
And, like, they kill all these bugs. That's like, you can never win.
No.
Remember, like, for a while, they're like, yeah, bacon gives you cancer. And then they're like, actually, it doesn't. And then it's like, you
red meat was the big thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, steaks give you cancer. And now they're like, oh, yeah, eat steaks and raw milk.
But then everyone now says you could basically get cancer from anything.
Yeah.
Because it just depends what your cells decide to do. It could be so random.
There was something about microplastics in your balls at one point. Do you ever remember that?
Yeah.
Like if you're eating food that's like in a packet, like plastic basically,
Yeah.
the microplastics go into you, and for some reason they settle in your balls. But why do they take a detour? Why do they not go straight down to your feet?
Yeah.
And also, what does that mean?
And because maybe it's because it's a sack. They just all gather in the sack. I don't know.
Like, do you think there's like a wee sort of like just a wee like sort of like sand in a glass?
Yeah, just a
like
layer
just
of,
the bottom
of blue plastic in your ball bag.
Is that what colour you think it is? Blue? I imagine it is like a bit rainbowy.
Rainbowy? No, because then I also think, but do you remember they went for a while through the wee balls in your moisture or your face wash? Like, you can't have those in your face wash.
What were they all about? I never liked those.
No, I didn't mind it because I felt like it really just scraped at your face and got the dirt out.
I didn't like it at all.
Because I got one for Christmas there and I hadn't had it for years, and it's back in. It's like a charcoal thing.
I remember the charcoal.
Charcoal was a big thing.
It makes your face go like rubbery though. Like whenever you're washing it, I'm like, you can hear it squeaking or something.
Yeah, I'm not like. You just can't win. I just think do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
And then if that's it, it'll be grand. Like.
Do you have this is completely, you've just got me onto the face wash thing. Do you have like a routine every shower you go into? Are you doing the same thing each time?
Yeah, well, mostly. Sometimes I mix it up.
I'm
a big bath guy though. Like, see, nowadays I love a bath. Now I don't bath to clean myself.
For relaxation.
I bath to relax, and then I'll get in the shower after.
Wash
the bubbles off.
Now I would like to see your carbon footprint now.
See that, yeah. And actually, I don't even bath in my own house. I drive to my man and dad's to use their water because they have gas, so I just make sure I really crank it up, and then have a burger when I'm in the bath. But no, I love a bath. Now, see, bringing a wee book and all. That's speaking.
Wet
of it,
hands.
I keep them above.
What? I suppose if you're not washing yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, I will. Because sometimes I'll dip the hands, and then I'll keep the towel beside me. Though, I have a routine now with the towel and the books, and I have actually got a wee shelf for Christmas to put on top of it. But I don't like that because my knees knock it off, and then everything falls in, and you're just like, fuck.
That would tempt you too much into actually having a burger in the bath, I think.
Yeah, well,
if I had a plate in the bath, like I would bring food in with me.
I did. The only thing I've ever eaten in the bath was a pad thai. which I remember actually doing. That was just when we got the bath in. So we had work done on the house last year, and when the bath went in, I was just in it, and Catherine made me dinner, and she was like, "Oh, dinner's ready." And I was like, "I've just got in the bath here." And she was like, "I could tell you what, bring it up. I'll eat it in the bath, sure." And I just had a pad thai in the bath, and I was like, "This is living," you know.
You need to be very careful though. Well, it's not so much. I think it would be worse to drop it on a t-shirt than it would be to drop it in the bath with you.
Yeah.
Now, if you're dropping a bit of chicken or something into the bath, what are you doing with it?
You're rinsing it under the set.
Because it's not even 5 second because it's clean.
Yeah, but then it's covered in like Radox and all. You're like, oh, it's coming.
It could be, but fucking Thai food is very fragrant, right?
Yeah, that is true. Like, yeah, but no, thankfully I didn't. I was doubly careful. But I'm a real bad one for eating fast.
Yeah,
I shovel it into me, and I think like I was the other day. I actually had to stop in the middle of eating dinner. And I said out loud, "You're in no rush." And Catherine's like, "What was that?" And I said, I had to tell myself, like, because what I think it was whenever the kids were away, you'd only like a split window to eat, and then I wanted to maybe go and look after the kids so Catherine could have her dinner in peace or whatever. Yep. So I was shoveling the food into me because maybe they weren't crying, and then I'd be like off to go and do some other stuff. So now I'm still, it's just.
I did catch myself recently enough. I was hungover and I was eating a takeaway or something, and I caught myself. I could hear myself wolfing it into me, and I thought, we need to stop this. Mm-hmm. This is gonna. But I'm recently on the Manjaro.
And how are you finding it?
I'm pretty alright, to be honest. I don't really notice anything.
I noticed that you've got a big bottle of water there.
This is my BBC. I've always had my BBC, my big black container.
Yes,
I love it. I've always had it, but people did. One of the things was like, "Oh, you need to be drinking water," but I drink fucking maybe 3 of those a day.
Yeah, well that's good. Like 'cause that's why this is my second of these of the day.
Yeah.
That I've just.
Second, have you
Yes.
refilled it?
No,
A new bottle?
No, carbon footprint.
Carbon
Yeah.
footprint, Dave.
But you get these Marks and Spencers, these bottles of water, and only like £3 for 6 of them, which is great value for Marksies.
Are you not a top guy?
No, because I don't trust the microplastics in the water.
See, my balls are just full of them already,
Yeah.
so I think they're saturated with microplastics.
No,
I think.
I just don't like my water that much. It's not that
Banger
tasty.
water, you just don't get the good stuff. Like, but this one
No,
is.
I will say, see this water.
Yeah.
I used to just live around the corner there, and the water was nice here. Like,
Oh, yeah.
my dad would actually come to my house and go out of his way to have a glass of water. And he'd come in, he goes, your water's fucking over here now. And I'd be like, it's such a daft thing to do. Like, in his head, he's like, I wouldn't really drink water, but when I'm in your house, I'll make the effort to do it. He'd come in and have a wee glass of water just because he's like, these Belfast water's delicious. Like, you know, I don't know, it's true.
I know he's completely right, but that's no problem with the water drinking on it. I haven't got the burps yet, so I haven't.
Yeah, I don't get the burps either.
Nah, I don't know what that is. For a while, I was really concerned that I really didn't feel any different at all, and I was like, "Am I just diabetic, getting the medication that I need?" But then I've noticed it a bit more here and there. But I don't know. It's you feel a bit weird injecting it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like, because it's a whole ritual almost.
Yeah, because I had a real shit one last night because I took my dose last night and I was really tired. I think just because I did a lot of travelling at the weekend back and just up and down, bad bedtimes and everything. So I have this bit of work. I've been sitting over this bit of fucking work for about 2 months. And it's pissing me off trying to get it finished. I just can't figure it out. And I just last night I was like, I'm not going to sleep until I do it. And then I eventually had to go to sleep and finished it today before I got here. But I was like right going to, and then I was passed out on the sofa and when I woke up, a couple of things happened. So I'm trying to follow a routine at the minute where my goal is to get 10,000 steps a day, and I'm on like day 18 or something in a row of getting a 10,000 a day. And I woke up last night at 11:45 on my sofa, passed out, looked at it, and I need to do 500 steps. I just then running around my house, and then I was like, right, I need to take my Manjaro, and then you have to get out, you have to do your wee wipe, you have to put the thing on, and then I've been doing it, and Catherine said, you need to leave it in for a wee minute.
Yeah.
And just so when it's in, hold it for a bit.
For 5 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, right, okay, and did all that, and then do you take vitamins and all when you're off? I have a load of those to do as
electrolytes.
well. Yeah, so I just the whole thing, and I find like I take it before I go to bed because I usually take it in the morning, and then I was fucking felt like shit all day, like just like really like sick feeling.
Yeah.
Whereas when I take it and it's okay, but like I find the thing you notice is like you do be just more full up.
I don't even know if it's full. It's just more that I'm not like thinking like, I'll eat this when I
Yeah.
get in or anything. My big thing was, see, if I'm like making myself some dinner, I'll have a few extras on the side,
Yeah.
you know, while I'm cooking.
Yes.
But now I'm not doing that, which is probably like saving the calories there. Are you same leg every time? Do you alternate, or were you?
I stick it on my belly.
See,
Yeah.
I've heard that this is meant to be the best place to put it. See, I don't know, but I've been going right leg. I changed it up to left leg, and I was like, I'm not feeling the same here.
Yeah, no, my legs are too powerful.
You just snap the needle.
They would just be, it wouldn't work. But in the belly, there's plenty. You could put you could put one of those big long needles in there, no bother. Put one, yeah, absolutely. And you know, an epidural needle I still wouldn't touch the sides, like. But it's I do that, and it's going all right. But again, I think part of it, because I know people who have done it and just eat shit, but less shit.
Well, see, I was literally about to say I was out on Saturday night. Mind you, I take mine on a Monday, so it kind of wears off a wee bit by the Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was Saturday night. I went out for a few pints, and then Sunday I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just." In saying that now, all I had on Saturday was a bagel, like a bacon bagel. Didn't I know?
You're not hammered because it.
Yes,
Yeah,
very much
has
so.
a big effect on you with drinking as well.
I noticed it very much so, and then I noticed it even more on Sunday when it was fucking dying. Had another bagel then, and then for dinner I was like, I'm just gonna get a chippy.
Yeah.
And I have had pizza and I've had a Chinese on it, but the chippy, fucking hell, murdered me.
Yeah.
And people, they do say that, now, in my defence, the John Dory's around the corner, they do something called potato bread fries now. Deep fried bits of potato bread.
Wow.
It's sensational.
Yeah.
I have to say, and it's piqued my interest for a while, and I thought I'll just give them the go, and I've regretted it ever since.
Yeah. But I do think it's like the fatty and the stodgy, just it really sits in there. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
if you have like a lot of, you just be awful.
I didn't think that. I was worried about the drinking beers on it because it was like,
Yeah.
you know the way you can get pretty full off beers, but I think I had maybe 8 Guinness.
Well, I did a whole big bit of research after it, and I did the boozy bake off on Manjaro, and I was a complete disgrace. Like I was the drunkest I've ever been, because I was just pounding the drink like usual, and it must have been about probably 10 years since I had any buckfast. Like, just you think you've had your last, and I chinned nearly a full entire bottle in one go, and then because it delays it getting into your system.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so you drink up and then all of a sudden I just blitzed. It was atrocious, and then like I was dying for about 3 days afterwards. I was like, maybe just don't drink on it. But then since I have had a couple of beers on it, and it's been okay. But then I had very little to eat that day as well. So
because that's the thing. It's like when you're like not on it, you're like, I have to eat before I drink here because that's like the normal thing to do. Yeah. But when you can't, like, you just don't want to. You know. Yeah.
And like, I think it's like, see now, it's what time? It's like near dinner time. And I'm like, I'm not that hungry, but then I'm like, I'll have a wee something, you know, like, and I'm keeping on the Fitbit app I use. I've got like, I keep everything I'm eating on it now to just make sure I don't, because I'm trying to do it with the gym as well.
Are you doing like a strict calorie deficit as well with it, or are you? Because I wasn't going to, but then I'm thinking like I may as well do it now, just because it's like, because it's kind of just people don't understand what it is as well. People just think it miraculously just makes you like lose weight, but it is just put you in the calorie deficit more or less.
Yeah. And like, you could still, if you forced it, eat.
Oh yeah,
you know, you can still do that, but it's just you forget about it. Like whenever I was away, like when I was running to get like the train and stuff after the gig on Saturday night or Sunday night, I was like, I could do with eating because I hadn't had anything from lunch. But then I was like, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. Whereas before, I would have been like, I have to go somewhere, I have to eat. Whereas now I'm like, well, it's not the be like I would say, and I don't know if you've been as bad as this, but I would have like thought only about a particular type of food until I got it. Yeah. Like the thing, like, see McDonald's breakfast, that's my... I can't...
You're preaching to the choir here, Dave.
You know, like, to me, that is the... And people are like, there's better... But it's, you just want it.
A double sausage and egg McMuffin, hold the egg. I don't mind not having the egg. A cheesy bacon flatbread.
Oh, that's... anything else, sir? Well, you've pulled my arm. Give me a cheesy bacon flatbread as well.
And an extra hash brown, obviously.
Yeah. And you know what? And this is when I realised that a problem was I'd be ordering... 2 different breakfasts, but with different coffees to make it seem like they went for the same person. You know, but like, well, give us a latte with that one, and then a flat white, and then sometimes to mix it up, I would get ketchup in one and brown in the other, and just to be like, well, that's 2 different tastes.
I do that with Tim Hortons. They do a fucking ridiculous deal. It's like $1.19 any breakfast meal if you buy a drink. So I would go down and get 2, one with the wrap, one with the bagel, and I'd be like, one with the apple juice, one with the orange juice.
See, that's the move. Like, and then it's only yourself. But there went through a period there when I was at my biggest, and I just couldn't. I could not, like, and then I'd be looking for, I'd be going out to do like podcasts or whatever, being like, oh, I'll get, you know, get something in the way, and I knew I'd be going. Yeah. Like $13.59, that's the price I would pay, and it was $13.59 for my order every time. It was a breakfast McMuffin. It was a mighty McMuffin they called it.
Yeah, with all of them in it.
They've ditched that now, which is fucking probably a good thing. But yeah, I just couldn't stop for a while, and then I was like, right, that's when I think it was actually when I did my tax return, and I saw the amount of McDonald's breakfasts I was buying. I'm like, that's, you know. And then there's obviously the rest of it where you're like, you get a bit older and you're thinking about your heart and all. You're like, fuck, right, let's. And I'm 40 this year coming, so I'm like, right, let's try to aim toward it. But at the same time, I'm actually finding like you need to tie it into the routine. Like, so I'm going to the gym, I'm enjoying that, and I definitely feel a bit better. I've
been wanting to start the gym because I did a 75 hard before, and noticed like the weight flew off me doing that. I just couldn't be fucked with the discipline of it, to be fair.
But tell me this, right? 75 hard, something I thought I would like to do, but I would struggle with the 10 pages of a book.
Didn't do that part. Didn't do that part. I had a bet with my mate, that's why I did it. And I was like, he tried to say no vaping. I was like, well, that's not happening. And then he said, and then I was like, well, we're not doing the 10 pages of a book sort of thing. I would do that no problem, like if I had to, but sometimes I don't want to read a book.
Yeah, and then I resent stuff.
Yeah, so if you have to do
it, like, fucking have to sit here, like, what a fucking dick, like, you know.
And then you're going through the pages slower, and you're like, I don't even know what I fucking read there.
No, because like I think last year I was like, I'm going to read a book a month, 12, and I think I read 2 books all year. You know what? But I do find the books are good to like settle the mind. So if I go into bed at night and read my book, I go to bed, sleep way quicker.
Yeah, you do. It's something with the page. I'm a Kindle man. Yeah. You see, because I just don't like having to turn the pages in bed. But I find that if you read like a couple of pages, but like sometimes you'll be like, oh, I'll read like 10 pages. Like you don't even set yourself a goal, but you read like 3 pages, and you're like, fuck, I'm shattered here.
Yeah, and I think that's like, and it's definitely an older thing. as well, but when you get on, and it seems to be like a new fad that people are saying how important sleep is.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that seems to be the biggest thing now. Like, you gotta sleep.
I have a bit about this, and people fucking tracking their sleep on their watches and everything. I don't understand it. It's the most boring thing you could talk about with someone of like, oh yeah, I'm getting my 8 hours, I'm getting my REM sleep and everything, and also like the quality of your sleep. I'm asleep for it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but it's whenever I was maybe a teenager, early 20s, it was just grind set. That was it.
Grind set, yeah.
You did whatever. If you wanted to do it, you have to injure yourself every gym session. You have to fucking, how much do you want it? Your arm hanging off? It's how much you fucking want it. Whereas now it's all like, actually just do a bit, and then but make sure you get your rest.
Yeah.
I was like, in what world? Like, see if you have the luxury of being able to have 8 hours. Shut up.
I'm a civil servant, so I do get the luxury of 8 hours every night. Because if I do end up going to bed a bit later, I just start a bit later. That's the beauty of it.
Flexi time.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
But I have a wee dick of a daughter who likes to just come in the middle of the night and tap me. Daddy, I need to go to the toilet. I'm like, okay. I go then. She's like, all right. And then she'd go. And then come back. Can I have a wee snuggle? I'm like, yeah, hop in. And then you put her back to bed. No, I'm scared of the wind. I'm like, oh, fucking go. Yeah. Jeez, I tell you what, you might need to grow a pair, but I have enough microplastics in my eyeballs here. You can fucking have that. But it's just that is the worst. Like, I would get grouchy if my sleep's all broken and everything. But
I feel like you would notice if you're like if broken sleep or like you're not getting enough sleep or things like that. But I also don't really feel the effects of if I have a good sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just feel like a normal person.
Because then you'd be more tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you sleep too much, you're like, oh, but you can't win with sleep.
Oh,
like
overslept?
Yeah.
The fuck's that all about?
Like, why is there just a happy medium that can only be the 8 hours? Any more than that, you're fucked.
Do you think animals in their natural habitats are like, oh fuck, I've slept in too much today?
Yeah. What do they even think? Like, how do animals even function? How do they do everything with no clocks?
With no clocks?
Yeah. And
well, the fun fact, bees have like this internal. Have you ever heard this fact before?
Nope.
They like fed these bees, or these bees did something at like a certain time every day, and the scientists noticed this and they were like, well, maybe it's because like they, I don't know, I think what they did was it's the sun or something, so they put them in a completely dark room. They did the exact same thing at the time as they normally would have done, and then they were like, well, maybe it's like a geographic thing, like maybe these bees do it this time and other bees, so they fucking shipped the bees somewhere else. And the bees did it at the same time again. They were like, why the fuck did they, like, at the same time? And like, say they were like 5 hours difference, they still did it at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
How mad's that? How the fuck do bees know what time it is?
I don't know. And then how fucking much of a DOS is it being a scientist to do that?
Oh, insane.
You know, like, I'm going to watch these bees.
What are these bees up to?
Well, we need to take these bees to Bolivia. I'm going to go with them. Don't worry about it. See if we do the same time. It's fucking, they just do weird shit. But yeah, there must be something in them like the... But then another thing that I can't get my head around is how hibernation works.
Refuse to believe it's a thing. The birds sleep for 3 months at a time.
Yeah. How the fuck can you do that?
Fuck off. Why can't that? How have they not overslept?
And then how come they come out jacked? Because they go in big fat bastards. And then they sleep and then they come out prime shape. And there's nothing funnier than when you see a bear coming out of hibernation and it's like, what the fuck?
I don't know if I've seen too many birds coming out of hibernation.
I'm going to send you the link to the video. They're great. Like, someone's like, there was one called like the Chunk or something. Because there's a thing they do in Alaska, it's Fat Bear Week, and it's like who's the biggest, fattest, and it's this bear, the Chunk, and he was the biggest, fattest bastard. And then when I went into the cave, like, there's a Chunk in for his hibernation, and they set up a camera. When he came out, he was like, fuck, this is... And he was just in shape, so like his body must have just been metabolizing and eating all that fat.
Well, that's what they do, yeah. And there's even like those sharks that live for like 500 years. It's because they don't move or anything, and they don't like breathe at all. Like they're just stationary.
And then why are they telling you have to do 10,000 steps a day? Like, surely,
like this Greenland shark, he lives till 500, fucking doing nothing.
Yeah. But then is that just suffering? Be like, fuck, you're gonna. If someone was like, you can live to 500, but we're taking your arms and legs, I'd be like, fuck it. I'll die at 40 or whatever. Like, fuck it. Let's just do it.
I did see a thing. We're gonna end on this. I saw a thing the other day, and it was like, it's mental how much effort it takes to like be in good shape, have money, like have do your washing, do the dishes and all constantly. Like it is. I almost admire people who just say fuck it and just don't do any of it.
But it's. I just don't know, like, because there must be something. Because to me, like, I know other people who are the opposite of this. But see, if I can't sit down and relax my feet up, if I know like my house is fucking state, you know, unless I'm completely fucked and I'm going to bed, because that'll happen maybe once a month where I put the kids to bed and I'll just be like, I'm not coming down. I'm just too tired. I need to just go straight to bed with these guys. They've beaten me again. They've fucking worn me down again. They've been beat. But yeah, like if I'm going to sit down, I'm like, right. I need to like clean the kitchen. Can't just leave it all the fucking dishes out. And then it's again, but it's not because I want to do it. It's because I know I won't be arsed to do it later.
Did you point out the dishes? Because I have the dishes sitting there.
Where? No, they should have been clean here.
They did. I cleaned them before you came.
Yeah.
As I said, I forgot what day you were coming.
Yeah. No, but like I just, and I think that's, and I like, even if I'm doing work, like, so say if I'm like, right, like tomorrow I've loads to do, and I can't go and sit in my office until like I've cleared the kitchen or walked the dog, all those things before I can actually do that, or I'll feel all guilty all day.
I do get that. I get that with work more so because my mummy does everything in the house, so I don't need to worry about it.
What a hero.
But with work, if I'm like, I know, like, if I'm working from home and I want to play PlayStation, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, until.
But you know what? Work are bastards because they'll catch you. It'll be the one time you'll be like, you know what? I'll treat myself.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is like, it's a catch-22. No, it's like what do you call it? Not Newton's law. Sod's law.
Yeah, Sod's
That's
law.
it.
Bloody Sod's law, yeah.
That's what it is. And I find out, like one day I went to go work from home at lunch because I realised my manager wasn't in the office. Obviously comes into the car park as I'm going out of the car park, and I had to wave at him.
Yeah. And what did you say? Just
He actually when he called into the office to pick something up, so he didn't even question it.
Right, okay.
So he didn't know.
But like I look back to like the early days when I worked for the housing executive were some of the most fond memories I have in life working. We worked in Hill Street, and we just opposite where the Dirty Onion is. It's like Foundry.
Yes,
that was my office back in the day, and like it was dead quiet for like customer facing stuff. And I would have done admin, and another couple of boys working the counter, and I just spent the days just chatting about football with them and having. And then one day, we worked out that there was only a supervisor on. All the managers, there was 3 managers, all of them were away. 2 of them were at a course, one of them was off. And we figured it out in advance. We're like, right, so there's an interview room here we never use, and there's a TV in the manager's office. And I was like, I bring my PlayStation in. So I brought the PlayStation in. We got the TV down the flatbed trolley, set up an interview room. One of us would have done the desk and like watched whoever was coming in while the 2 were playing FIFA. It was fucking a dream, and then we just interchanged all day, and that was one of the best days.
That does sound unbelievable.
It was brilliant. And then when the supervisor came in, we could see. The only way they could see would be if the light was on in the interview room. So anytime we could see, we just turn the TV, the monitor off, pause the game, and then where the other 2? Oh, they're doing shits or whatever. And we got away with it. And it was brilliant. Like. And like it definitely, you always sound like an old man because you're like, oh, back in those days, and it definitely stopped being as fun. See, when we moved to Great Victoria Street and there was more people, and it wasn't as good. Like it just wasn't.
What were you playing, FIFA?
Oh, why? FIFA. And then we had another game we played if we didn't have the PlayStation, was Hill Street's Highest Man, which was great fun. So the way printer ink for the stamps, dip your finger in it and see how high jump marker was. But then by the time we're done, the walls just looked like it's fucking like Fritzl's Dungeon, all these wee red fingerprints in the wall. They were great. And I remember another day there was a time where there was this girl we were working with, and I felt bad about this, but we were playing we had a football out there too, so we just kicking football up and down the thing. And I did the old Ronaldo fucking stance, and this is back in the day before he even said so. And I actually went Ronaldo and lamped the free kick, and I just hit her on the side of the head, and she was with a customer, and the glasses, God love it, the glasses just went like this across her face. I've never felt worse in my life. And then, but obviously I was like, don't fucking you tell me, don't you, because then they'll take a football off me, Like I must have been like 23. They were just glory days.
They do so. I'm actually reason I didn't get a job there.
Yeah, fuck, it was great. But then, as you have to go up a grade or 2, and you have to
start doing stuff.
But what was a really funny day is I was in the office, like where my actual desk was on the other side of the thing, and I was filling out the admin forms, and the 2 lads were playing football, and I didn't realise how fucking obvious it was you were playing football. Just boom off the wall. And then I'm going, so these guys just know we're doing it, and they're not
just didn't care.
Yeah, it sort of took a wee bit of the joy away because you just hear, you can almost hear everything they were saying. You're like, oh no, I've done some shit out there. But we had a security guard who used to just drink Strongbow every day.
Oh, class.
It was great. He looked like Captain Birdseye as well, so boy. And one of the funniest moments, and I think I've said it on other pods before, but one day we were just sitting in the front, this Friday afternoon, about 2:30. He walks in and starts putting the shutters down. We're like, what are you doing, Billy? He goes, I'm just closing up. We're like, it's 2:30. And he was like, oh fuck, I didn't know I did. just blootered, like, just absolutely no clue. Like, it was brilliant. And then he was great as well. So, you know, there's nothing better than working for the civil service during a World Cup in the summer.
Yeah.
Because everyone's a bit lax. They let you have a TV on. They let you, and he had a wee TV under his desk, and we were going around with our coffee cups, drinking Strongbow, watching the World Cup. It was fucking, just fun memories. Like.
Fucking brilliant.
They were great, like. And then we moved to the fucking big main office. They shut Hill Street, made it into Foundry, and all the fun was done. The best fun I had, other than that, was front of the house one day, and there's just this weird guy with over the head sunglasses just sitting pissing himself in a chair, staring at me. What a world, Neo from the Matrix. But yeah, we saw some great characters in there. Like, it was good times.
Dave, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming down. Anything you'd like to plug on the pod?
I don't think there's anything exciting to plug yet. I will be doing a new show in sort of autumn time, but in the meantime, just check out Sly Guy podcast out on a Thursday. And other than that, just keep knowing that I do think the sun shines out of my fat arse. So, you know, keep believing it and keep striving, guys.
What have I got coming up? Speaking of the devil, Dave's here. Dave's going to be doing wafflers next time.
Yes.
The 10th of April, I think we've changed it to.
Yes.
It's some date in April. Dave's going to be there. Mickey Bartlett's going to be there. And I can announce it because I didn't get to announce it on the last episode. Paddy Roth's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
So he is. He's going to be replacing Soupy Campbell. Soupy's unfortunately
died.
shot dead by a cartel. So we've got Paddy Roth in instead, the next best thing. So tickets will be somewhere in my bio, somewhere I imagine.
We'll need to shoot Soupy in the body because if I hit him in the head, I'll just... big bones, big bison head. Nah, it'd be grand.
But yeah, get tickets to that. You'll see Dave, Mickey, and Paddy Roth, and of course me, Kieran, and Daniel. Thank you, Dave.
You and who? Sorry,
me, Kieran, and Daniel.
I thought you said me and Kieran O'Donegal, and I was like, who the fuck's Kieran?
It's Daniel's his alibi when he's on stage. Alibi? No.
I don't even know. Fuck my
alias. Fuck me. That's his Donegal.
Kieran O'Donegal.
Kieran O'Donegal. Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, mate. Thank you.